Did you know that Lawrence Cromwell, the big theatrical producer, is going to call on the president today?
Did I know it? It's the talk of the White House.
Lawrence Cromwell will be here at 11:30. I'm dying to see him.
Do you know that Lawrence Cromwell is the authority on feminine beauty?
A lot of good that'll do you, Angie.
Yeah, I'm in the press room. White House. Yeah, Lawrence Cromwell. Stand by for a statement. After he sees the president. Okay.
Well, I've been on the White House hitch of the Secret Service for 7 years now, and it strikes me this guy Cromwell's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, big New York theatrical shot. Okay. But you think it was Lindbergh, just getting back from Paris or something?
Huh.
You are Mr. Cromwell's,
General Scout, sir. Dinwiddie's the name. Eustace Dinwiddie of Fring Hall, Hertfordshire, England. By the way, I hope you gentlemen of the press won't find it necessary to refer to me as Mr. Cromwell's general, right-hand man, and to say that I have discovered some of his most brilliant talent. That's a little bit of information I always keep to myself.
Do all the big theatrical producers have general scouts?
Oh, no, sir. Just Mr. Cromwell and myself. We're different, you know.
So what are the duties of a general scout?
Just general scouting, you know? Looking for lovely girls. Mr. Cromwell's always in the market for lovely girls.
Who isn't?
How do you do, Mr. Cromwell?
Good morning, Mr. Cromwell.
Good morning. New York Times, Mr. Cromwell. What's the purpose of this visit?
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I have no statement to make at this time.
Well, surely there's a
you're
story.
right. Show.
That's the moment, Mr. Cromwell.
Mr. President, may I present Mr. Lawrence Cromwell? Mr. President?
Mr. Cromwell, I have admired your theatrical productions for years.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Will you be seated, please? Mr. Cromwell, our country is bravely passing through a serious crisis. Many of our people's affairs are in the red, and figuratively, their nerves are in the red. But thanks to ingrained sturdiness, their faith is not in the red. Any people blessed with a sense of humor can achieve success and victory. We are endeavoring to pilot the ship past the most treacherous of all rocks, fear. The government now proposes to dissolve that destructive rock in a gale of laughter. To that end, it has created a new cabinet office, that of Secretary of Amusement, whose duty it shall be to amuse and entertain the people, to make them forget their troubles. Mr. Cromwell, we are drafting you and your splendid talents into public service. And it is with confidence and pleasure that I offer you the cabinet position of Secretary of Amusement.
Mr. President, I find it somewhat difficult to express my feelings at receiving this great honor. I can only say that I accept the portfolio of Secretary of Amusement, and I shall do my best to merit the confidence you are placing in me.
Gentlemen, Secretary Cromwell, these gentlemen of the press have been informed of your appointment. Will you give them a moment,
Yes,
please?
yes, of course.
What's your first move, Mr. Secretary?
Recruiting entertainment from all parts of the world.
Well, how will this entertainment be distributed?
We'll divide America in 48 zones and also include Hawaii, Philippine Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands.
What's Mr. Skinfiddle going to do?
Mr. Dinwiddie will be invited to serve as General Scout for the Department of Amusement.
Mr. Secretary, deeply mindful of the solemnity of the occasion, I'm deeply mindful of the solemnity of the occasion and...
How many assistant secretaries will you appoint?
12. Radio, drama, motion picture, circus, vaudeville, dancing.
Circus Department, Avenue A. See Mr. Wurtzel, please. Thank you.
First tenor.
Mr. Bagnall on the audition stage. Oh, just a moment. Mr. Butler has the tenors.
Low voice crooner.
See Mr. Butcher somewhere in the music building.
Mr. Butcher.
Look here, Dinwiddie, this sort of thing has got to stop. Everywhere I go, actors, acrobats, are driving me crazy.
I shall compose an announcement to
Stall me on the streets in my car in my home. Now, you got to do something. I place the burden on your shoulders.
It's a burden I shall bear with fortitude, sir. Vigilance, vigilance. That shall be my henceforth watchword. I shall have a slogan. Of course, you know they're counting on Mr. Cromwell and myself to pull this country out of the red.
Quite a job.
Yes, indeed. Am I correct in assuming that over here a fellow gets into debt, he keeps his accounts in red ink,
That's right.
and when he gets out of debt, he changes them back to black ink?
Yes,
Hence the expression, out of the red.
that's the idea.
Very amusing. I must buy myself some red ink.
Good morning, Mr. Secretary.
Oh, hello, Arthur.
Not much like a New York office, is it?
Well, this is the gingerbread. The entire first floor is part of the show. But upstairs we have offices that look like offices.
Gentlemen, I want to impress upon you assistant secretaries and Miss, what?
Adams. Mary Adams. You appointed me head of the children's division last week.
I want to say that the splendid start we now have only emphasizes the importance of teamwork and hard work. Now remember, the government has appropriated $100 million and is allowing 12 months in which the Department of Amusement may prove its right to permanency. Now, gentlemen, this is a pretty tough job, for there's no telling where undiscovered talent and genius may appear. Your departments will be flooded with applicants, and you must see them all, but send only the cream of the lot to me. Unfortunately, I can't see them all. Thank you. That's all. Miss,
Adams.
yes, I want to see you a moment, please. Hello? Check this carefully, will you? West Coast, Zone 36. 1 dozen jazz bands, 1 gross chorus girls, 1/6 of a dozen masters of ceremony. Zone 18, girl singers. Blue singers, 2 dozen, torch singers, 1/4 of a dozen, boo-boo-boo-doop singers, none. Okay. Now, Miss Monroe.
Adams.
Oh, yes. Step here a minute, will you, please? Something I want to show you. There's one phase of this amusement campaign which I think you ought to understand. The zones in... You're beautiful.
Oh, of course I'm not.
What's that?
I said I'm not beautiful.
Young woman, you're talking to Lawrence Cromwell. Lawrence Cromwell, the world's recognized authority on feminine beauty and charm. Do you mean to stand there and question my judgment on the subject of beauty, do you? Do you?
Oh, no, I won't.
No, but you did question it. Now, you listen to me. When Lawrence Cromwell says a girl's beautiful, she's beautiful, you understand? The very idea. I demand an apology. Your personality definitely puts you in Class 10A, Department B, with a XX rating in my card index system. And my system is the preeminent beauty catalog today. Height, 5'4", weight 116, bust 34, waist 26, hips 36, calf 12.5, ankle 7. Questioning my judgment. That is good.
I'm really awfully sorry, Mr. Cromwell.
Never mind. Just let it be a lesson to you. Get my New York office, please.
You're so very busy, Mr. Cromwell. Don't you think
Oh, no. Stay where you are. I have a thing to do. Yes? Yes, of course I want London, England. Our European agent, Morris Feinberg, Savoy Hotel. Okay. Yes. Now, Miss Jefferson, I'll tell you what I want to take up
Adams.
with you. Oh, yes. How do you like it here?
Oh, very much. It's all so interesting.
I think it's going to be much more interesting now that you're here. Oh, I mean with the children and all that. You love children, don't you?
Yes, I'm crazy about them.
So am I. I used to be one myself.
You rang, Mr. Secretary?
Note to all departments. Suggestions from employees for improving the service of the Department of Amusement will be welcomed by the Secretary. That's all.
Yes, sir.
I have a suggestion to make, Mr. Secretary.
Fine, fine. What is it?
You're working too hard.
You think so?
Positively. It isn't good for you.
Now, this isn't the children's division.
No, I mean it. You're going all the time, just like a machine. Seeing hundreds of people daily, losing sleep, eating sandwiches in your office. Don't you ever stop for a real meal?
No. But that's an idea. Suppose you and I have dinner tonight.
Well,
Fine, fine. I'll call for you at 7. But for heaven's sake, let's select a cafe where there's no entertainment.
This is going to do you a lot of good.
You're telling me. Cancel that last order to motion picture producers.
Yes, sir. The Eastern papers.
Look at that. Look at that. Wonderful cooperation from the press, Miss Adams. They've been with us from the start.
Oh, I know the department's going to be a tremendous success.
Success? Why, they're laughing from the Atlantic to the Pacific.
I'm laughing, and I've got nothing to laugh about. So if I can laugh and sing and shout, brother, so can you. I'm laughing, and I've got reasons to mope and pout. So if I can throw my chest way out, brother, so can you. Why keep whining about my silver lining? How's it gonna help me? Where's it gonna get me? Why let my cares upset me? I'm laughing, and I've got nothing to laugh about. If I can laugh, sing, dance, and shout, brother, so can you.
I'm laughing with a dozen kids that I have to feed. So if I can laugh while I'm in need, sister, so can you.
I'm laughing, and there's a mortgage around my neck. So if I can plow and sing, ha, by heck, neighbor, so can you.
With grindstone noses, life is no bed of roses. Love may be our savior, though we often doubt it. Still we can dream about it.
I'm laughing, and I'm out here in the snow and sleet. If I can pound, pound, pound this beat, brother, so can you. I'm laughing. The sweat pours down till my eyes get blind. But if I can stand this daily grind, brother, so can you.
We're laughing. There's no one buying us fancy meals. And if we can laugh in these round heels, sister, so can you.
The parade is over. It's not a field of clover. I'll make the grade for the things I've prayed for. My home will soon be paid for. I'm laughing, and if I can laugh when my work is through, brother, so can you.
And I've got reasons to mope and pout, so if I can throw my chest way out, sister, so can you. I keep whining about my silver lining. How it's gonna help me, where it's gonna get me. Why let my cares upset me? I'm laughing.
Now, Scotty, do you know what your line is?
Yes.
What is it?
For we will fight for the emperor, for we are the Roman soldiers.
That's it. And then what do you say to them?
You are the prisoners and we are the soldiers.
That's right. Now get in your positions, put your hands on each other's shoulders.
We will fight for the emperor, for we are the Roman soldiers. We will fight for the emperor, for we are the Roman soldiers.
That's it. That's fine. Now, you'll all be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Yes, Miss Adams.
And you'll know your lines perfectly, won't you?
Yes, Miss Adams.
All right, now, you've all been very good children today, so I have a surprise for you.
What is it? What is it?
Help yourselves. Here, Mary Ann.
Thank you, Miss
There's one
Adams.
for you.
Yes. Mr. George Bernard Shaw. Send Mr. Shaw in. George Bernard Shaw?
Yes.
You're a little sunburned, aren't you?
Yes, but see, I'm an outdoor man.
All right, get outdoors. No. No.
Boy, you're going to need somebody to help you head to your place tonight.
Hello? Zone 14. Okay, 2 dozen orchestras. 2.5 dozen extra trombone players. Zone 35, 6 dozen whirling Arabs. 14 dozen mammy singers. Right. Hello? Have my New York office. Get the complete score and manuscript for last night's opening. Right.
You don't like this place, sir. All I got to do is just get used to your likes and dislikes.
No.
You somebody who can do shim, sham, shimmy with words and feet.
No.
Everybody doing it, and I carry this board so I don't spoil rugs. There's a lingering. Do the log fall off, Ruben off, put your soul in your fiddle, get incognito, be shamming, movement built for me, off for folks like me. You did that shim sham shimmy easy, like that.
I need someone to stand at that door when my secretary's at lunch to keep the wrong kind of people out. Can you handle the job?
Yeah, you tell me.
And you wouldn't let anybody get by?
No, sir, nobody can get by now, no how, 'cause last 3 years I just been barely getting by myself.
All right, you're on duty.
All right, nobody bothering you 'cause you say you don't want nobody in here. I'll see nobody get by, so you... Now, he didn't get by me, boss. I got by him. Yes, but I start now.
Without any ifs, ands, or buts, we've got to see to it that this new Department of Amusement is a failure.
But why take it so seriously?
Because we've made millions of dollars worth of contracts based on the continuance of the Depression. If Cromwell succeeds, if the mood and temperament of the people become optimistic, prosperity will arrive with a bang, and that will ruin us.
If he succeeds, yes. But how can he affect the public at large? After all, he's only a showman, sort of glorified town clown.
You're wrong there. He's the man of the hour. Not only is this country watching him, but the eyes of the world are upon him and his efforts. Moreover, he believes in himself and in his work. He's a man with a mission. I've talked with him. I know.
It shouldn't be so difficult to stop him. Simply find the woman in his life.
No good with Cromwell. He spent his life in the company of the most beautiful women in the world. He's not exactly a chump.
Have you any ideas?
Yes, and rather ambitious ones. But they require organization and propaganda. We must attack Cromwell from every source. The printing press, political forums, the radio.
I've got you. A campaign of ridicule.
Yes. The world is full of pussyfoots, blue noses, and killjoys. Laughter and gaiety are their arch enemies. It shouldn't be hard to make them see the hand of the devil in Cromwell's program of national nonsense. We'll put up millions in cash to back our scheme and leave no stone unturned until Cromwell is defeated.
Daddy, what are we waiting for?
We're waiting for Miss Adams to send for us.
Oh, will it be very long?
No, not very long. Maybe a couple of hours.
Oh.
I got a surprise for you. Close your eyes. Hold out your hand.
Oh!
Now, don't swallow it all at once. Don't I get a kiss?
Yes.
Here, you sit right there. Daddy's going to telephone.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye. Look at my apple.
Well, young lady, what are you doing?
I'm with my daddy
Where is your daddy?
in Miss Adams' office.
In Miss Adams' office? Well, I guess we better go find him. Here, now, be careful to get your feet in the stirrups. That's right. Now, take hold of the reins, and away we'll go for brisk canter. Ah. Come on there, now. How's that?
Whoa. I like you.
And I like you. I thought you said your father was going to come up and meet you here in my office. Well, I wonder where he is.
Downstairs.
Oh. What did you say his name was again?
Mr. James Dugan.
Mr. James Dugan. That's a nice name. Well, do you suppose if I telephoned downstairs, he'd come up here?
Yes, I think so.
All right, I'll do that. I'm afraid, Mr. Dugan, that I can't help you as much as I'd like to. You see, Secretary Cromwell has made it a strict rule.
Oh, come on. Isn't there some way I can get in to see him? Maybe you could ask him.
I'm sorry, but I really wouldn't want to bother him. He has so much on his mind.
Bother? Why, that wouldn't bother him. He'd thank you for bringing me in. I'm Jimmy Dugan. Everybody knows Jimmy Dugan.
Excuse me. This lineup is all right, just as it stands, Miss Adams.
Yes, Mr. Cromwell.
Thank you.
Well. Now, who is this young lady?
Shirley Dugan.
Shirley Dugan. Well, how do you do, Miss Dugan? My name is Cromwell.
How do you do, Mr. Cromwell? My daddy wants to see you.
Yeah, it's about me and Shirley. That is our act.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm sorry, but you'll have to go through the usual channels, Mr. Dugan.
Oh, I don't need work. I'm booked solid for 40 weeks. You heard about my act. 10 minutes of songs and dancing to knock some coal. It's about Shirley.
Yes, well, that's in Miss Adams' department.
No, it's about that new rule you made that a kid under 7 can't work in an act.
Oh, yes. Well, we had to make that ruling to comply with the laws of the various states.
But Shirley doesn't really work in the act. She just sort of comes on at the finish, and she loves it. You see, it's this way, Mr. Cromwell. Me and the missus had an act together. Shirley was born, and we brought her up in the top of a trunk. Everything was going swell. And then Mrs. Dugan passed away. Since then, Shirley and me have been going it alone.
Well, don't you think she needs a woman's care?
I couldn't leave her with anybody else. Besides, I gotta have her in the act with me. She helps me over the rough spots, helps me build to a finish like the missus did. And look at her, Mr. Cromwell. She thrives on it. I gotta have her with me. How's chances?
How's chances?
I think chances are great. Come here.
Nobody gave me a mention till they saw me with you, paid me a bit of attention till they saw me with you. Suddenly strange people walked up to me, pretending they knew me and begging me to introduce you. Everybody's asking me, who's that bunch of personality I'm presenting you right now? Baby, take a bow. Everybody wants to know where I found that lovely cameo I'm presenting you right now. Baby, take a bow. Hear them whispering, hasn't she got everything? You're a standout. Listen to the compliments they hand out. Let me stand right up and say, Meet the future Mrs. Hemingway. I'm presenting you right now. Baby, take a bow.
Everybody's asking me, who's that bunch of personality? I'm presenting you right now. Baby, take a bow. Everybody wants to know where I found that lovely cameo. I'm presenting you right now. Baby, take a bow. Hear them whispering, and she got everything. You're a standout. Listen to the compliments they hand out. Let me stand right up and say, meet the future Mrs. Hemingway. I'm presenting you right now. Baby, take a bow.
Who's that bunch of personality?
I'm presenting her right now. Baby, take a bow.
Where'd you find that lovely cameo?
I'm presenting her right now. Baby, take a bow. Hear them whispering,
Isn't she the sweetest thing?
you're a standout.
She's cute, she's sweet, she's swell, she's grand. Who's the future Mrs. Hemingway?
Just a minute, ladies. I'm presenting her right now. Baby, take a bow.
Everybody's asking me, who's that bunch of personality? I'm presenting you right now. Daddy, take a bow. Everybody wants to know, who's that great big handsome Romeo? I'm presenting you right now. Daddy, take a bow. Hear them whispering, hasn't he got everything? He's a standout. Listen to the compliments they hand out. Let me stand right up and say, who's the one brings mother all his pay? I'm presenting you right now. Daddy, take a bow.
Let me remind you, gentlemen, that we are members of the Senate of the United States. Ours is a solemn duty. The people have entrusted us to watch their affairs and to carry out the functions of the government with dignity.
Here.
In justice to ourselves and to those who sent us here, we cannot look lightly upon the activities of the new cabinet member, Lawrence Cromwell.
I've already said so.
He is squandering millions of the taxpayers' money to make of this government a caricature. He hands out jokes instead of jobs, buffoonery instead of bacon. Gentlemen, a sense of humor cannot assert itself upon an empty stomach, nor can a nation endure on hollow laughter.
Right, absolutely. Agree with you, perfectly right. Mr. Chairman, I move that we appoint 2 gentlemen from this committee to wait on Secretary Cromwell at once.
Those in favor, say aye. Contrary-minded, no. The ayes have it. The chair appoints Senator Short.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And Senator Danforth. I shall expect a report from you tomorrow. They will get results.
Of course. We've had our troubles. But different zones require different kinds of amusement. For instance, public is improved. Its sense of humor is thoroughly awake. Now, if you care to go into this in greater detail, Mr. Dinwiddie of this office will gladly assist you.
If it isn't too much trouble.
No, not at all. I'll send him right in. Well, thank you, gentlemen. If you'll excuse me, I have some very important auditions.
Go right ahead.
Certainly. Thank you.
A reasonable sort of fellow, isn't he?
Yes, but I don't think you were firm enough with him.
What's that?
I don't think you were firm enough with him.
Oh, you don't?
That's a sound argument. We've always been in accord.
Yes. We were together on the Boulder Dam project.
And we were together on the Red River Dam project.
Yes. In fact, we've been together on every dam project.
I object to the word every. Everything you say is quite true. Quite true. But I still don't think you were firm enough with him.
Very interesting.
We owe to our constituents, our people, fair and unbiased representation. I stand here the people's choice.
This is an issue upon which I take a stand. A grand stand.
I repeat, I stand here the people's choice.
I demand a lower tariff on haywire.
I don't understand.
I demand a lower tariff on haywire.
Why, you silly...
After all, we've been together on every project. I don't see why you shouldn't support me on a lower tariff on haywire. If you do support me on a lower tariff for haywire, then I'll support your demand for a higher tariff on low wire. The idea is for us to stick together, or otherwise we'll never get along. Ours is a beautiful friendship.
Yes, I can say that is an amazing friendship.
I'll go further than that and say it is a beautiful friendship.
I can go a step farther than that and say that it is an everlasting friendship.
I'll go a step further than that and say, except there isn't anything further.
In the stormy session of last spring, who stood by my side? You. In the darkest hour of my political career, who rallied to my support? You. Who was closer to me than my right hand?
Who is at my left side when... I don't understand why you want to end our friendship. All I ask you to do is support my demand for a lower tariff on haywire. If you do support my demand for a lower tariff on haywire, I'll support your demand for a lower tariff on
everlasting friendship.
Well, we've been together for many years on all projects.
One thing would break us off. What made Pistachio nuts?
But 16-inch guns do not mean naval supremacy.
I'm not sure inflation is the best policy.
Mr. Cromwell seems to be a nice fellow, doesn't he?
I don't think he gets enough exercise.
Do you suppose there's anything...
Between him and Miss Adams?
I hope so.
We ought to investigate it.
That would be fun.
I say that's a great act. We can use you 5 shows a day. Opening in Philadelphia tonight.
Shall we go to lunch? Do you feel like a little fish?
Perhaps. How about the club?
Splendid. Let's walk.
I still don't understand why you won't support my demand for a lower tariff on haywire. After all, we've been together on every project.
You know, this is great. This is just what I needed. Salt air, no telephones, no secretaries.
I thought it might do you some good.
Why is everyone so anxious to do me some good?
Because you've undertaken an impossible task, Mr. Secretary. You can't hope for the success of your department in a lifetime, much less in the allotted 12 months.
Oh, I don't know. Reports from all over the country show excellent results.
Merely hypodermic. The best you can hope for is temporary effect.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Harley, but I disagree with you. If you manufacturers can sell your product, your cigarettes, your toothpaste, your cosmetics, your automobiles, by means of crooners, committees, and dance orchestras, well, then I fail to see why the government can't sell its idea of good health, good times, and good cheer through the same medium.
A fantastic idea. Mr. Secretary, I've been an interested follower of your career. A great career. Your future is still ahead of you. It pains me to see you give it up.
Well, thanks, Mr. Harley, for your interest, but I don't think now's the time to talk about my department or the career.
Yes, I did promise you a little rest, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Well, just let me say one thing more. How would you like to be the greatest figure in the amusement world? A king in your own domain, free from political whims and obstacles.
What do you mean?
I mean simply this. Resign as Secretary of Amusement, and I'll build you a magnificent theater in every important city in America, and in time extend them to London and Paris.
You're not by any chance trying to bribe me, are you?
Well, I think we can use a prettier word. Let us say a foundation for artistic achievement.
Look here, Harley, I don't know what's behind all this. But I do know the only artistic thing to expect from your gang is an artistic trimming.
You're passing up a great opportunity, Mr. Secretary.
Yeah? Well, I've gotten where I am today by passing up great opportunities.
Yes, I know, but styles and songs change, just as they do in clothes. Now, we got to understand that and keep ahead of the times. One month is mammy songs, another hot songs, or torch songs, or... Well, now the country's crying for hillbilly tunes, and it's up to us to deliver. The public must be pleased. Now, if we stick to that, before we're through, we'll make them stand up and cheer.
Broadway had a rhythm that was fast and furious. Those hidey-ho men were real live showmen. Small towns went right with them, still they all were curious as to what tunes would take the place of Broadway's hot tunes. And pretty soon there came a showdown. It was mountain music made Broadway slow down. Broadway's gone hillbilly, Daffodil and Diamond Lily, all crave an earful of a tearful mountain song. Broadway's getting moody, that's the reason Bing and Rudy get along by singing. Get along, little doggy, get along. In all the midnight places, you see those tear-dim faces. Some cowboy's heading for his last roundup. Broadway's weeping fountains, getting those moons over mountains. Broadway's hilly, billy, silly now. we'll be singing "Odie, Odie" when we go. For Broadway's gone hillbilly, Dapper Dan and Diamond Lily, all grave and earful of a tearful mountain song. Broadway's getting moody, that's the reason Bing and Rudy get along by singing, get along, little doggy, get along. In all the midnight places, you'll see those tear-dim faces, some cowboy's heading for his lace revenue. Broadway's weeping fountain, getting those moons over mountains. Broadway's hilly, billy, silliness.
Cheerful mountain song. Broadway's getting moody, that's the reason Bing and Rudy get along by saying,
get along, little doggy, get along.
In all the midnight places, you'll see those tear-dim faces,
some cowboy's heading for his lace revenue.
Broadway's weeping fountains, getting those moons over mountains. Broadway's Billy, Billy, silly now.
That, gentlemen, is the complete record of all our efforts. The work has been gigantic, and the results, little or nothing. Oh, but I know far better than you that our slow progress is not due to any lack of zeal or effort on your part. We have come face to face with an unseen foe. Some phantom force is strangling our every move. It's spreading discord and ill will in the hearts of our people. I know that some of you gentlemen have brought to this very meeting letters of resignation. Now get me clearly. I will not accept those resignations. Stand. How many of you will give me your word right here to stand by your posts, come what may? Jenkins.
I'm with you.
Bailey.
Count on me.
Feely.
I always enjoy a good fight.
Ah, that's fine. Turner.
I think you're...
That's your final word?
No, sir. I can't believe, Mr. Secretary, that you don't know what you're asking of these men. There's a wave of rapidly growing resentment against cities of this department. That resentment will soon take definite shape against us. And if you have any regard for the future of the people in this room, people who have given their utmost to make you a success, I say if you have any feeling for them, you have but one course: to close this department immediately.
Turner, you're through right now. Will you kindly leave? And if there are any other weaklings among you, will you kindly go now? Friends, I'm grateful for the show of confidence. I only hope your daring will be rewarded with success. Come on, let's get to work.
Larry, you were magnificent.
You think so?
What's the matter?
Well, it was an act, just an act.
An act.
Yeah, I was acting every second. I didn't mean a word I said.
You didn't? But you said...
I know I said a lot of things. But you get this, Mary. Turner's right. The department's doomed. We haven't got a chance. I didn't want them to know, but I can't run out without telling you. I'm through. I'm quitting. Do you understand?
Larry, what's really the matter? This isn't like you.
Yes, it is. Just like me. A me that you didn't know. A me that I've been hiding from you. I tell you, I've stood all I can. Going back to Broadway, or it's too late.
But why?
Because back on Broadway, I've only the public to please. Down here, there are senators, congressmen, cabinet officers, snoopers, investigators, and professional reform, and a 1,000,001 selfish interests. I tell you, I'm through. I'm washed up.
Well, that'll make interesting copy for the newspapers, won't it? I can see the headlines now. Famous producer returns a failure. Lawrence Cromwell loses his grip. Even with the support of the government, the show was just too big.
All right, I won't go back to Broadway. I'll quit, but I won't go back. I don't have to. I've got a little farm up in New England. I'll be there, away from everybody.
What'll you do there?
Do what? What do I have to do? What is this mania always to do something? Maybe I'll just live.
You can't run away from yourself. Wherever you go, you've got to take you with you.
What does that matter?
If you quit and run away now, you'll have to spend all the rest of your days with a failure. And I know you too well to imagine that would make you anything but utterly miserable and unhappy.
Well, who cares?
I do.
Mary. Are you in love with me?
Terribly.
How much is that?
Enough to go back to that little farm with you.
Even if I go a quitter?
Yes. Although it'd almost kill me. You see, I'm proud, too. I wouldn't want to spend all the rest of my life with a failure either.
Oh, Mary, there's no sense to all this. I was going to tell you that I loved you, too, but...
Is it so hard to say?
It's hard to live up to.
Then you don't love me.
The answer is not so simple, Mary. You see, Mary, I belong in show business. And show business and a home don't mix.
Excuse me, Mr. Cromwell, but they're holding that number for you on the audition stage.
Tell them to go ahead without me. Can't you see that I'm busy?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to look at it for you?
Oh, I don't care.
All right, Larry. Larry, whether you're a quitter, slightly insane, or ill-tempered, I love you. You're the only man I've ever wanted. And when I want something, I don't give up as easily as you do.
In the garden where romance got its start, and in my heart you planted the seeds of love. Here we are in the garden, but all is bleak and bare. No, there's nothing blooming there, only the weeds of love. This is our last night together. Our song of love is through. It wasn't meant to be a lovely rhapsody. Why let it linger on? It's now our swan song. This is the last night of all. curtain soon will fall, dear. Make the last kiss last a little longer. Make the last embrace a little stronger. We'll remind with memories of the past. This is our last night
This is our last night together. Our song of love is through. It wasn't meant to be a lovely rhapsody. Why let it linger on? It's now our swan song. This is the last night of all, dear. The curtain soon will fall, dear. Make the last kiss last a little longer. Make the last embrace a little stronger. We'll remain with memories of the past. This is our last night
we'll remain with memories of the past. This is our last night together.
What, no reception? It's mutiny, that's what it is, mutiny. And me, who once mingled with the elite, am I mortified?
Mr. Durant, is that you?
That's me. Look at me. I'm a wanderer, a gypsy, a strange Indian who's taboo in a teepee for two without a toupee.
Yes, but my goodness, how you done struck up?
They cut me down, that's what they have. They cut me down. Me who was once a mass of virility, masculinity, and trigonometry. E pluribus aluminum.
And the last time I seen you, you were just as wholesome and standard size as you could be.
Yeah, they asked me to concentrate, and am I concentrated? Oh, the mortification. Once a Rembrandt, now a watercolor. I could hide my face in shame. They cut me down.
Look at him, Mr. Durant, you got a tail, too.
I got a sad tale. Where is it? There's one in every office. Where is it? Got me going around in circles. I'm heading for my last roundup. That's what I am.
Yeah, you sure it's in the two circumstances, all right?
The last of the Durantes. The last of the Durantes.
I'm going to do something to help you.
What are you going to do? Heave to. Let go. Let go. What are you going to do? What are you trying to do? Imagine. Imagine. In the hands of a slavey, a Black Friday.
Mr. Harry, you oughtn't talk like that. I have to put you in a meeting room.
Where you take me? I came in with a girl. Where is she? See what the boys in the back room will have.
Now, you don't want to call me slave and backfire because I put you in there. You don't want to go in there, do you?
Not in there. I beg you. I'm pleading not in there. Oh, my public, my people. What are they going to say? Let go. Let go, I tell you. You'd have never won that fight if you hadn't have pulled a knife on me. That's what you did. You pulled a knife on me.
Get hurt, you going. Come on, I want him to do something for you. You are not.
You rue the day. You rue the day. Rue de la paix, as the French say, Aaron go brown.
If you just be nice like that, I'm going to do something to figure out what I can help you now. What in the world? I know I'll put you up here on this dictionary. Because you use so many big words, that might help.
Call my congressman. I want my Congress. 1, 2, 3, jump. Hatcha. Hatcha.
And see, Mr. Durant, don't do nothing rash here. Don't jump in there. Don't drown yourself, Mr. Durant. I just joke about what I say. My humility don't mean nothing. Hey, Mr. Durant, don't do something for you, Mr. Durant. Don't do. I didn't know you like fish. Don't bother that one there in the middle. That's Lizzie, them train.
That's Lizzie, huh? Well, Lizzie doesn't live here anymore.
Maybe that's what's wrong with you. Wait a minute, let me see. That might be showing love.
What? No halibut? It's mutiny, that's what it is. It's mutiny.
Halibut, I'm mortified myself. It is halibut there, Mr. Jimmy. I don't care. I'll show you. I've seen one there, Mr.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Stay. You want it? Oh, here one, Mr. Jim. Is that halibut?
No.
No, there ain't no halibut. I don't believe no halibut in here. No, there ain't no halibut. I guess you're right, Mr. Jim, and then I got to figure something out to help you then.
I come here for halibut, and what do I get? Tippet herring. Take me to gobble. Take me to gobble.
Flash. An unverified report from Washington states that Lawrence Cromwell is about to leave that city. He's admitted complete defeat, and his resignation as Secretary of Amusement is expected within the next 48 hours.
Did you tell anyone I was leaving Washington?
No, sir.
Well,
This is
listen
a
to that
complete
thing.
victory for those solid citizens who have worked night and day to prevent Cromwell from turning this country into a nation of laughing hyenas.
What station is that?
The Blue Nose Hour, I think so.
Blue Nose Hour. That's all, thank you.
A wire just received at this station verifies our last announcement. Lawrence Cromwell will definitely leave Washington this evening.
He will he?
The country can be thankful for the downfall of this man.
I'm not down.
He has proven himself a weakling and an empty windbag.
Come on over here and tell me
Programs
that
of
from my
national
station.
nonsense will cease after tonight. Once more, the people may put their shoulders to the wheel with dignity and courage.
Shut up!
Cromwell is dead. Long live our happy land.
So I'm licked, am I? The Department of Amusement's a failure, huh? And after tonight, the Blue Noses will sing their song of victory. Is that what you mean? All right, let me tell you something. I'm not through. I'm not licked. I've never fallen down on a job in my life, and I'm not going to fall down on this one.
How was the budget meeting, Miss Adams? Oh, well, we have to think up some new programs. New programs? Radio stations everywhere are reporting thousands of letters daily asking for more of our children's hour.
Here's one that says the homes are happier because the children are happier.
Does Mr. Cromwell know about these?
No, not yet.
Oh, I must tell him. That's the first good news we've had.
Larry, what do you think?
I think I'm going to stay right here in Washington.
Oh, I knew you would.
Yes, but it hasn't anything to do with you or what you said. If you think I'm going to quit this department and give those blue noses a chance to laugh at me, you're crazy.
I don't think that.
Yes, but you did think it.
I know I
No, don't give me an argument. I'm in no mood to argue. Mary, I'm going to cut this department down to a skeleton basis. I'm going to keep only 3 or 4 assistants, and we'll use all our remaining funds for one final effort.
Oh, Larry, I know you'll do it. Why, just now, down in the children's department...
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry, but this is a bit sudden. The children's department was one of the first to go. You understand that, of course.
The children's department to go?
Why, certainly. You know, this is no game for children. I've only tolerated the department this long, Mary, to keep you around.
Flash.
Remember what I said now.
Washington is agog over a statement just made in the Senate. Completing his report from the Department of Amusement, Senator Tompkins said that the country owes a vote of thanks to Lawrence Cromwell, especially for his foresight in creating a children's division and through the eternal spirit of youth, effecting a new era of good cheer and healthy-mindedness that already is being felt throughout the length and breadth of the land.
Excuse me, Mr. Cromwell. The president's on the phone.
The president?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yes, Mr. President. I'm greatly honored. I shall stand by the department as long as you have need for my services. The real credit for our success should go to Miss Mary Adams, head of the Children's Division. Yes, Mr. President. Thank you.
Mr. Cromwell, I've got great news for you.
What's the excitement?
The Depression is over.
The Depression is over?
Oh, do you realize that? Factories are opening up. Men are going back to work by the thousands. Our farm products are being sold the world over. Savings accounts are heaping up. The banks are pouring out new loans. There is no unemployment. Fear has been banished. Confidence reborn. Poverty has been wiped out. Laughter resounds throughout the nation. The people are happy again. We're out of the red.
Put that little twinkle right back in your eye. We're out of the red. Sing hallelujah. Follow the crowd. The march of victory is on. Sing hallelujah. Sing it out loud. Because the big bad wolf is gone. Let's begin inviting the neighbors to call, and let's prepare a New Year's spread. Can't you see the writing that's on every wall? The worst is over, here comes the clover, we're out of the red.